Hi guys, today I have my new project polish update for you. I honestly did not plan to film this late in the evening because it's quite dark, you can tell, but I was getting ready to paint my nails and I wanted to use my project polish colors, and I just realized I'm running out of options. So in order to add more polishes in, I want to show you what I'm adding and then go paint my nails. Perfect logic here, I know. And I also figured that I probably wouldn't really have a chance to film another update before my baby comes, so we might as well. But this time around, it hasn't been a whole month yet, so my progress might be a lot slower compared to other months, but I just mentally feel I'm ready to film this. I need to move on. So let's see. As of last update, I was working on 5 polishes and I was able to finish 1 out of the 5. So the polish I was able to finish is a sample size from Maiden. This one is in the color Sleigh All Day. Originally, this one was a whitish color with a pretty strong pink shimmer and also a lot of hollow glitters. I tried to pan it. I think I got down to that middle line right there, and I just got really tired of the color. So I mixed in a different reddish color inside, and so it turned, you can tell from the bottle now. The mixture of the new color is kind of a nudie pink, which is also really pretty, and it just inspired me to use it a little more. So as of last update, I actually got down to that bottom line right there, and I was able to focus on it and finish all the rest of the bottle right down there. So there's just only those hollow glitters still stuck on it, but there's nothing left in there anymore. You can even see that little metal ball down there in the corner. Can you? But this is all gone. I'm really happy about that. I did come up with 2 combos with it while I was using it. One thing is to put a glitter topper on top. This is from Deborah Lippmann. The color is 99 Luft Balloons. This color, I don't know. I always wanted to make it work, but it never really works for me. It just looked like a confetti type of pinkish glitter topper. And on the nails, for some reason, all the colors just disappeared and it looked pretty dark and you can never really tell what color is on your nails. And I've had that problem since day one, and I continue to use it, try to top it over a variety of colors, and it just really never worked out for me. So now I'm on the verge of decluttering it. The other topper I used is from Sassy Cat's Lacquer. This one is a jelly polish, and I believe you could get it opaque with 3 to 4 coats, but I just didn't have that sort of patience, so I just used it as a topper. It's a gorgeous kind of orangey jelly polish with a lot of gold flakies and some gold glitters as well. So over Sleigh All Day, or the mixture of Sleigh All Day, this one became opaque really quickly, and it was a really pretty mani, and I quite enjoyed that. So now if you look at my color wheel, after that Sleigh All Day color is gone, all that I was working on was those 4 colors. They're really springy and actually really limiting in my opinion, but let's still talk about them. The first one here is Lust for Lilac from Maybelline. So this is a beautiful kind of lilac color, and I like the color. It's a little streaky, so I usually have to use 3 coats, but still, like, how many times can you use a lilac color? I was getting tired of it, and this is my progress. That's where I was last time. This is where I am now. I would say I definitely used it a decent amount. I'm happy with that sort of progress, but still I'm just like, I'm getting tired of it, but I think I can push on and finish all the rest of it. I did come up with a couple really nice combo with it this time around, and I might rewear those again. The first one, I used OPI Comet in the Sky over on top of this. I used this over a different polish last month in my project polish, and I said maybe it would work out better over the Maybelline one, and I think it did turn out really pretty. I would say the iridescent glitters definitely didn't look as obvious as the black matte glitters over a mid-tone to lighter color like this, which is, that's expected. I'm okay with it. I think the color still came out really pretty though. The next combo is actually really surprisingly nice. I was fairly impressed by it. So this is my Sephora by OPI in the color Sugar Plum Fairies Gone Wild. So you know that Sephora by OPI polishes have been long discontinued, and I just have a few glitters that I still kept in my collection that I really enjoyed. I haven't touched this for years, and you can see my bottle is actually really low. Probably it's a little hard to tell, but I'm down there now. I just used this as a accent nail. I didn't expect much, to be honest, but I think it just turned out so girly, so pretty, very princess-like, very Barbie-like, which is usually not my thing, but I don't know what it is. I just really loved that combo. So the next color on my swatch wheel is this lighter kind of baby blue to sky blue type of color. This one is from Zoya. It's a mini size, and the color is called Lillian. So this is what my bottle looks like. You can see that I used quite a bit of it this time. So that's where I was, and this is where I am now. That's a really great amount of progress, I think. I'm not taking that for granted, and I did do a couple of things with this polish as well this time. The first thing I did was with the polish from Polished for Days, and the color is called DELPHINIUM, and this one came from a For the Love of Polish box this month, and I figured those two could look really nice together. I just did 2 nails on each that type of accent nail, and I think the color came out really pretty, and the mani actually was my most liked mani for the month of May. So I think that means something. You guys really enjoy that too. I think this month I've been trying to do the accent nail look a whole lot, you're gonna see, but this one is a really good one. And then I wore my SINFUL Colors Tempest. This one is a really beautiful kind of mid-tone purple color, maybe borderline lilac, would you say? Anyways, I wore this one on its own, really enjoyed it, and I figured, hey, maybe I can do a gradient because it's been ages since I did one of those. So I did the gradient. I think it turned out pretty. I haven't done a gradient forever, so I definitely feel it took me a little longer this time. It's just kind of like I forgot how to do it almost in a way. But I think I'm glad I did it, and gradient really uses polish quick. So I think that probably is part of that result too, that you know, the gradient definitely ate up a lot of the polish, but I'm happy with it. I think it turned out really pretty though. And the next polish here is a yellow polish. This one is in the color Daisy. It's a beautiful kind of shimmery yellow from Zoya, and this one also is a mini size bottle, and I've used it only one time, and that's the progress I was able to get. I just shook it up a little bit, but that's where I was, and this is where I am now. So one manicure gave me that much progress. I'm pretty impressed. I didn't know that it could go down so fast, but also this is a mini bottle, and it starts to cinch in quite a bit, so maybe that's part of the reason why one mani will get me that much progress. But regardless, I'll take it. It's a good progress. The last polish here is from Butter Linden. I just added this polish in the project last month. It's in the color Dust Up. So this one is a rose gold opaque glitter. I wouldn't recommend using it as a topper because it's too dense. It would just cover up the base color. And when I put it in the project, I was all the way up there, and this is where I am now. I used it a ton. This guy, I really tried to use it. I've been using it as a accent nail mani a whole lot. I think that's probably my preferred way to go, because as a full mani, I feel it's just a little bit too glittery. It's a little out of my comfort zone. It's not the type of polish or the mani I will go for. But as accent nail, I think it just adds the right amount of sparkle. It's perfect. So I did the same type of accent mani with 2 polishes. One is Sweet Peach Sangaria from Salon Perfect. This one is borderline, almost neon type of a coral color. I think together they just bring out even more of that summer vibe. I loved that combo. I thought it looked so perfect. Just gives me the suntan vibe next to the beach and all that, and I loved it so much. And the next one I did was with Picture Polish Eternal. So this is a untried polish for me. I wasn't sure if it would look nice on me as a full mani, because usually crimson colors are really hard for me because I'm really warm toned. It just, if it's not the right tone, it could make me quite sickly. So I was a little bit skeptical. I decided to add a glitter accent to kind of distract the attention a little bit. I figured this looks pretty at the end. I think this one turned out really well as well. And the last try I had with this polish is actually probably my favorite. This is with the Giver Collection China Glaze polish in the color Friends Forever Right. So this one is just a white color with a couple drops of pink in there. Without any comparison, you wouldn't even be able to tell it has pink in there. It's basically just a white. I had to use 3 coats on my nails. It's a little streaky, and also my bottle's older, so maybe the formula just didn't run as smooth as when I first got it. But regardless, after I had this one, I just felt it needed a little bit extra. So I just put the Butter Linden color on the tips. I just freehand painted that little triangle. I think it turned out very elegant, very just classy looking. I loved that one. It's soft but still elegant, and it was a really good combo. So I know a lot has happened. I always tell you guys that I try to bring up all the combos that I did with my project polishes, and I want to show you how I actually use them every month, because I get bored with them so easily. I cannot paint my nails with the same color over and over again, so this is the only way I can make them work. So I hope that's not too long for you, but now I want to show you the polishes I'm adding to this project. And honestly, I am a little nervous about it just because I don't know how much time I will be having to paint my nails, but at the same time, I'm so bored with the current color selection. I just needed something extra. I want to have enough colors to work on, even if I'm not filming the updates. I can still work on them in the background, basically. So I added 4 polishes. I might be shooting myself in the foot right now. I might regret it later, but I don't know. This is what I'm doing now. So you can see I added 4 more colors down here. Let's just say like the pink is more saturated. It's very similar to what I have on my nails actually, but it's not the same. The pink and the blue here or the purple, they're very saturated, almost a little deeper, so that way they can stretch into the colder month. And I have a white just because, you know, white's easy to use. And I also added a gray because I feel, you know, without the gray, those are very colorful. Sometimes I just needed something a little bit more muted. So I added 4 colors. Let's take a look at what they are. So the first one I added is this kind of cranberry fuchsia color. This is from Color Club. The color is Jack and Jill. I was painting this last year, but I didn't get to finish it. You can see some of my marks from last year. I stopped about halfway, and I fairly enjoy this color. I think it really works year-round. A fuchsia color, you can just wear it anywhere, anytime. So I just turned it around and marked it on this side. I'm gonna start from there, and hopefully I can finish the rest of it by the end of the year. The formula is extremely easy to work with, and I just love this color. I am not tired of it yet, even though I panned it for a little while last year, but I'm gonna take advantage of that and try to use this one more. The next one is a white color, like I mentioned, and I really tried quite a few white colors in my collection just because I really crave for a white for some reason, and for the ones that I tried, none of them really worked out for me, mainly because of formula reasons. They're just a little hard to work with, which is the nature of whites. But regardless, I decided to go with this one. This is KL Polish Marshmallow Sunset. I actually wore this one a couple months ago in my monthly manis. The formula still isn't the best, again, because it's a white, and this one has a goldish kind of pinker shimmer in there. It's cool. It requires 3 coats. I would say in all my whites, this one is okay, but I really just wanted to finish it because I'm not the biggest fan of their brushes. They're way too white for me. They're hard to use, but I don't want it to sit in my collection forever. And this one is a 12 ml bottle, which is 0.4 fluid ounces. So it's not entirely huge, and I am right there now. So it's basically new. I've only just used it once before. So I don't know, this one scares me a little bit, but at the same time it's a white. So hopefully that makes it easier to use. I can come up with a lot of nail art combos with it, and because the brush is so wide and big, hopefully it takes a lot of volume in the bottle, you know. So I don't know, we'll find out how this works. Okay, next is this deep purple midnight blue type of color. This one is from Julep. The color is blue, but this one is basically new for me. I've only tried it on my nails once in the past month and I just felt it looked so pretty. And this is where I am now, basically brand new, and this color totally makes me feel what's that one called, OPI, Turn on the Northern Lights. I want the OPI polish to look like this because look at that shimmer, that pink shimmer in there is so gorgeous. But the OPI polish just, you can see that shimmer in the bottle, but it never shows up on the nails. This polish though, the shimmer is very prominent on the nails, so I'm really impressed by it. And because how deep it is, it could really go into fall and winter too. But at the same time, I hope this wouldn't linger until December, right? That would be pretty miserable, but hopefully I would enjoy panning this one. All right, the very last polish, like I said, I added it because I wanted something a little bit more muted, because I know from time to time I just need something a little bit more tuned down. So I decided to go with this Nails Ink polish in the color Princess Palace. This one I've had it for many years, and you know Nails Ink has changed their packaging long ago, but this color itself is kind of like a super muted, grayed out periwinkle blue. Under comparison to different things, it could look blue or gray, and this is where I am now. I've used it quite a few times over the years, but it just hasn't gone down very fast though. This one has 0.33 fluid ounces or 10 mils of product in there, so I'm hoping that this one wouldn't last me too long, and especially I already had a slight bit of a head start on it, so we'll see about that. I think those kind of colors are just, they're really easy to use, and you can definitely use this in the spring, maybe not so much in the summer, we'll see, but coming fall this would, you know, fit in there too, so I'm not too worried about it, and this is where I'm starting. So that's it now. Sorry for the long update, but I just really needed this little push, I think, to wrap it up right before I go into my hiatus, and so that I have something to work on even when I'm not filming. I needed that mental prep for myself, I guess. So I hope you guys are okay with it, and hopefully next time when I come back I can show you a lot more combos and just something fun, right? You never know. And I really appreciate you watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give me a like, subscribe to my channel, and thank you guys for watching. Bye.